This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
Welcome in and Happy New Year. YCN Sports Talk, Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and we've got all the holidays and New Year's festivities all behind us. The only thing left is one more bowl game next week, but we're going to do a different show today. We're going to do a recap and a review of 2017, and then at the end we'll talk some 2018, see what some of our predictions are. So, Andrew, thanks for joining me for this different type of show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's going to be fun, and we're going to start right off with maybe the best season of all time, with the New England Patriots winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, sure, they struggled at times throughout the year, but once they got to the playoffs, we'll start with that game against the Texans. Not really much of a challenge. And then against the Steelers, everyone thought that was going to be a good game. But if you remember, Le'Veon Bell gets hurt, and they just run over the Steelers team. Couldn't play defense at all.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like a first half game, sort of, and then they just blew them out at the end. Got back to the Super Bowl. And what a game that was.
Yes, yeah, and that's obviously the ultimate, the ending, down 21-3. Then they were down 21-3 at halftime, down 28-3 overall. Obviously, the infamous 28-3, come back all the way, tie it at 28, and then win it in overtime. So where was your panic meter at that point when they were down? I mean, I hope you kept it on. You didn't turn it off, did you?
No, okay. I never turned it off. I never tuned out. But, toward the, I guess it was the third quarter, the Patriots finally got a touchdown.
Right.
And they missed the extra point.
Right.
And at that point, it was like, okay, even if they come back, they have to go for two twice now.
Right.
And, there were just so many things that came down to the wire that they had to complete. There was something like 20 plays that they had to get, and they got every single one of them. Unbelievable game. I still can't believe it.
I know.
Looking back.
Right, and we look back at it, and we're trying to get ready for the show, and looking back at it, and you just think it's unbelievable. Not only, like you said, what the Patriots did to get the incredible catch by Edelman and the 2-point conversions, but just you talk about Atlanta and the play calling that they made. I mean, why are you dropping back to pass, throwing bad passes, getting sacked, holding penalties, like you said, everything that could have gone right for the Patriots went right. Everything that could have gone wrong for the Falcons went wrong.
Yeah, right in that third quarter, it kind of switched, right? Both teams, a lot of people said, did the Patriots win this game or the Falcons lose it? The Falcons 28-3. Come on, I know you have Tom Brady, but geez, And
they had the ball multiple times.
All they had to do was get one field goal, just 3 more points. They were right there.
Right.
What were they on, like the 20-yard line? Or they were so close.
Yeah, they were inside the 30.
And then they took a sack and then a big holding call, which finally knocked them out. That was their final chance to go up by another score. That right there was unbelievable. The fact that they went back to throw and he got sacked. Just run the ball. Just run it forward.
And then the fact that, okay, so you do all these things, but the Patriots still get the ball and they're down, and they still need to get another touchdown. Then they still need to get another 2-point conversion, and they've already used one play, so now you got to come up with something different. And I believe Belichick said that they had worked on 2 different 2-point conversions all season, and they didn't really use many of them. There weren't too many times. I'm sure they used one. But that was a situation where, once again, all you got to do is stop the Patriots from 2 yards out, 3 yards out, whatever it was, and you win the game. And they still couldn't do that. Then it goes to overtime. When it went to overtime, probably as Patriots fans, we're kind of thinking, okay, the momentum's here. Patriots get the ball. This thing's over.
I think even Falcons fans, maybe they were in denial, but I think everybody knew whoever won the coin toss. Really, if the Patriots won the coin toss, they were going to win that game. They were going to score. You could see the Falcons' defense. They were winded. They were so exhausted. And I think a lot of the guys on defense on the Pats, I think they were crediting hill sprints that they do all season long to stay in shape, and they were always good to go. They were kind of getting run over at the start, but they were. They started to play better, but they were never winded. They were never exhausted. They played until the end. But the Falcons, the opposite. They got so tired at the end, and that's a huge difference between the Pats and so many teams that they can just play until the final whistle. But when they won that coin toss, you pretty much knew it was over.
And you mentioned getting winded. The Falcons scored the touchdown they scored one touchdown on a pick six. They intercepted Brady,
Yeah.
so then their defense has to go right back out on the field. So that did come into play, and
Right.
Brady doesn't throw a lot of those, and at that point it wasn't looking too good. But I mean, it had to be going to overtime, first overtime in a Super
Right.
Bowl ever. Patriots winning it. Got to be the best Super Bowl ever. I mean, the Patriots have played in some pretty good ones, beating the Rams by a field goal,
Right.
beating the Eagles, Panthers. Obviously, the Seahawks won, but this probably tops them all.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people call it just the best game ever, let alone Super Bowl.
Right.
So, I mean, I definitely agree with that. What a game. I'm going to remember it forever, absolutely.
Exactly. So hopefully they can continue their run this year, and later in the show we'll talk about what we project for them in 2018. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about a team that didn't have as much success. They were hyped pretty good, but the Boston Red Sox couldn't quite complete the deal. We'll take a break. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.